everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a little tag video. It's been a little while since I've done one. There have been a couple that have piqued my interest and I've thought about doing them and then I didn't. But then I saw this one and I thought this would be a good one to do. So it's called the small creator tag, and I certainly can't think off the top of my head who actually started this one. I'll put it down in the description box, so make sure and check out the original person who did this tag. Whoever created this tag, make sure and check out their video. I saw a few different people do this one, so I can link some down below if you're curious to hear some other people's thoughts. But I thought why it'd be really cool for me to do this one, the small creator tag, because of course I definitely am a small creator, is that some of the people that I watched do this, some were close to like 50,000 subscribers, and my friend Katie Marie did this one and she's at like 5,000 subscribers, something like that. I don't remember what her exact number is at the moment, but she's obviously still quite a bit bigger than me. And I'm really small. I mean, even compared to Katie, certainly compared to those people who were, 50,000 or so. Like, I saw Lisa Stevens do this one, Angelica, I saw her do this one. And, so I'm smaller than all of them. I'm really small. So I just thought it might be an interesting one to do from the perspective of someone who's like super, super teeny. So the first question is, how many years have you been on YouTube? So that's kind of a complicated question. So really I've been on YouTube for like 3.5 years because fairly soon after I moved to St. Louis, I moved in October of 2014, beginning of 2015, I would say. I don't remember exactly when. I'm sure I could look it up. I created my channel, and it was right before my husband and I got married, and I had just moved to St. Louis, and I didn't really know anybody. I was still figuring out job stuff, and I just needed something. And I had been watching YouTube videos for a long time, and I finally just decided to start my own channel. And I did it for a while. I did it until, I want to say it was about halfway through my pregnancy. So that was, it was probably like the summer of 2016. So quite a bit of time later, my channel had kind of like sat at around like 100 and so subscribers. But I was only posting once a week. I really should have posted more than that. But about halfway through my pregnancy, I was tired. I took a little bit of a break in the beginning of my pregnancy, but then about halfway through, I was like, how am I gonna do this when I have a baby? I just have no idea. I've got this small little channel. I'm not making any money, and hardly anybody's watching me. What am I even doing with myself? And so I decided to just stop. And then I started, as my daughter got a little bit older and I felt a little more secure with my schedule with her, and I also felt like I needed that thing again. I needed something for myself, being a busy mom, but, I was a stay-at-home mom. I still am a stay-at-home mom, and I just needed something more for myself, and I thought I might give it another go. I certainly have plenty of moments where I go back and forth because I'm still a fairly small channel. I've grown a lot more. I'm about 360 something, and I'm kind of stuck at that number now. So I go back and forth on it because yes, I'm doing it as a hobby and it's just for me, but it does take a lot of time. And so it is kind of a struggle sometimes, I will admit that, because not that I want, like I need to make money or that that's like the whole point for me, but I want to feel like I have people watching me, and I just want to have like a small little audience. That's really all that I want. We'll get into that more later, I guess, in some of these questions, but it's a little bit of a struggle because I feel like I'm not really growing too much, and sometimes I don't know why I'm doing it. But anyway, that's the long answer for how many years I've been on YouTube, but really it's been like 3.5 years, but of course I took a little bit of a break there. What was your first video about? Oh my God, my first video. It was a little tutorial. It was like my go-to like purple eyeshadow look. It's still up there. I don't necessarily think you need to watch it. I'm a little bit awkward in it, obviously. I think probably most of us are the first time we try to film a YouTube video. But yeah, it was a little tutorial. Who is your dream collab? I assume they mean people. Oh my gosh, I have so many people that I just love to watch here that I admire so much. Probably my like ultimate dream collab would be Emily Noel. Mostly because, I mean, first of all, she's like an OG YouTube person. She's obviously got a big channel, but it doesn't really have anything to do with that because, I mean, I would love to collab with anybody, honestly. She has stayed so true to herself. She's a mom first and foremost. She loves what she does. She loves her family. She loves makeup, and she's just who she is, and she's honest, and she does things the way that she wants to. She stays in her little corner and stays out of all the drama. And I just think I admire her so much, and I just think she's awesome. Yeah, that would be the ultimate dream, I would say. Number 4, what would it mean to you to make it on YouTube? You know, I don't know, but I think, part of me feels like, first I'm thinking about numbers, but I don't even really think it's numbers. I honestly kind of feel like the first time, if I ever get PR from like a main brand, like a brand that we've all heard of, like not that I would feel like any less appreciative if I got PR from a smaller brand that no one's heard of, but like if I were to ever get PR from like, Dose of Colors or Too Faced or Urban Decay or whatever, like that would feel like to me like, wow, I have made it. This is awesome. These brands know who I am. What is your end goal on YouTube? I don't know that I have an end goal. And like I said, I don't know how long I'll do this. I definitely go back and forth a lot, and I want to be consistent, and I want it to be fun, and it totally is fun, and that's why I'm doing it. But it still takes a nice chunk out of my time, and that's hard. So, I don't know what my end goal is, but I definitely feel like I'll feel more secure in continuing for like the long term once I feel like I have a good little audience. And I think to me that feels like 1,000. That's kind of like the idea in my mind. What is the hardest part about YouTube? Well, and this is why I feel like it'd be interesting for me to do this video as a really, really small creator, because the hardest part about YouTube is to become a part of the community. I feel like it can be cliquey, even with like smaller creators. I really don't think that they mean it to be that way, but it can be that way sometimes and feel like a bunch of people are all friends with each other, and it's hard to like break into those groups. And, and I really try to like comment on people's videos and, who I'm actually watching, and, and trying to make friends and stuff. I mean, I have so little time to like watch all of these videos, but I do my best. And so I really try to like comment to people to let them know that I'm watching and to make friends. And it's really, really hard. And I'll tell you, I've now twice asked people to collab with me, and they've turned me down. A third one I asked, I don't know that she ever saw my message. She certainly never responded, but I don't think she ever saw it. I won't count that as a rejection, but I've asked 2 people to collab and they've said no. And I can't lie. I mean, that definitely hurt, and it makes me nervous to ask people in the future. And I want to be able to ask people because I feel like it's really great to collab with people. It's a lot of fun, and it is a great way to, expand your audience for both parties involved. And I don't think that it needs to be about numbers, and I feel like it is for some people, for a lot of people. So that makes it really hard because I feel like in this community we should all be helping each other out, and I know that I'm just this regular like mom, filming on her phone, but I want to reach more people, and it's hard to do that on my own sometimes, so that is really hard. The best part about YouTube though is getting some of those subscribers who watch all of my videos, and you know who you are, and I know you because it's such a small little channel that I have here, and it feels really good and nice to know that there are people who are really taking the time out of their day to watch me. And the other thing is also just having something for myself, a hobby, that makes me feel good about myself, and that, is just mine. It takes me away from, the reality. And I love my reality, believe me, I love my family and everything, but it's nice to kind of step away from it sometimes. The next 2 questions are about comments, and I don't really get a whole lot of comments. So what is the funniest comment you've ever gotten? I mean, I guess funny. I mean, whenever I get these comments of like, hey, I just subbed to you, sub back, and I know that they didn't sub to me, I find that kind of funny, and I mostly just kind of ignore those. I just say like, thanks for subscribing, and I move on. The next one is, what is the meanest comment you've ever gotten? I've never gotten a mean comment before, which, believe me, I feel lucky that I haven't, but I also know that that's because I'm not very big yet. I think that everyone ends up getting mean comments when they end up reaching a certain amount of people. And in a way, I feel like as much as it would suck to get my first mean comment, it would sort of mean like, oh, okay, I've kind of made it now. That would be another thing that would make me feel like I've made it, because I feel like if I was getting enough comments where I finally got a mean one, be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm reaching a decent amount of people now. What other subject matter could you create a YouTube channel about? Well, that's interesting. So I'm also really, especially lately, I've talked about this in some Get Ready With Me's, but I've been really into fitness and, you know, eating healthy and getting back into shape. So it probably, you know, if I did another channel, it would be about, health and fitness, like, you know, just a healthy lifestyle in general, because like I've been really into cooking healthy recipes and eating healthy, and I've been working out a lot and it feels really good. And so yeah, if I was gonna do another channel, it would be about that, but I don't know that I really have a desire to do that. Number 11, why did you start your YouTube channel? Well, I kind of covered this already. You know, I had just moved here and I didn't really know many people and I didn't have a lot going on, and I was really enjoying makeup and enjoying YouTube videos about makeup, and it just kind of pushed me to do it myself. So, and then when I started back up again after I'd had my daughter, I was starting to get that feeling again, like I needed something more than what I was doing. So I decided to come back. Number 12, what video are you embarrassed by? Well, definitely my earlier videos. I don't know about like one in particular. I feel like if I had one that I was like horribly embarrassed by, that I would delete it. But just my earlier videos, because I was so awkward and, you know, like I said, I mean, when you're first starting out, it's like you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to talk to the camera. So I was definitely very awkward in my first video, and then even some of the ones after that, but especially my first one. What video are you the most proud of? I would say probably some of my makeup nostalgia videos. I've done some reviews where they took like multiple days. So I would say like the ones where, you know, the video took me more than just the one day to film it. I'm proud of those because, you know, it takes a lot more work to do stuff like that. And I feel proud of that because I know that I worked extra hard to make those videos. So those would be the ones. What is your first YouTube memory? Well, I will say, it's like non-beauty related, really. I didn't really watch any YouTube, and then my friend Charlie, who's been a friend for a very, very long time, he showed me a video of Miranda Sings, and I was like, this is super weird, but kind of funny, and then kept becoming more and more funny to me. And as I watched her, she then started talking about Zoella, and I think she did a video with her. And so I went and checked out Zoella, and she was a beauty channel, and I had no idea that sort of thing existed. And I started watching it, and I was just like amazed, and I started finding other people after that, and it opened up a whole new world. And I just didn't even know it existed, but it all started with Miranda Sings, so there you go. All right, everyone, so that is it for this little tag video. Let me know if you've done this tag, or if you're going to do this tag. I would love to watch your video as well. And let me know if there are any other tag videos you'd like to see in the future. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. I post videos every single Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.